Welcome to Pendulum Dowsing. Today we are going to see about the neurotheology. We are going to see only the fundamental criteria about the neurotheology. Neuro means it is related to study about the brain. Theology means it is related to study about spirituality. So in the early stage of the neurotheology, the neurotheologist suggested that there was a God spot in the brain. With the help of the God spot, the human being they got a lot of spiritual ideas. But later, after invention of the scan, they conducted a lot of research. They collected a lot of reports with the help of the scan. They came to conclusion that there was no God spot in the brain. Instead of that, most part of the brain they were assisting to the human being to get the spiritual ideas. The Aanma and the spirituality, we never segregated to each other. They are mingled together. Later, they suggested that where the spiritual idea which are arising in the human brain, they found that in the cerebrum there was two important parts are there. One is called right hemisphere, another one is a left hemisphere. In the right hemisphere, most of the spiritual ideas which are arising, it was found by the neurotheologist. Later, they gave one more important ideas about the hereditary of the spirituality. How that spirituality ideas or spirituality it comes to the human being. Some of the person they get with the help of the hereditary from their ancestor. Some of the person by way of one of the gene which is in our body, it is called T2. So when this gene is activated, the person automatically he gets the spiritual ideas. As far as the prayer concerned, the neurotheologists they conduct a lot of research by the way of Buddhist monk and Catholic nuns. They asked the Catholic nuns, Christian Catholic nuns, for doing the prayer for a particular creed. And they asked the Buddhist monk to do the meditation for a particular days. Later, with the help of the scan, they took the scan report from their brain. They found that in the front lobe of the human being brain, it got a lot of modification changes. Whenever a person who have lot of mercy and ability to help the others without any expectation, those person they got two important neurotransmitter. One is called serotonin, another one is dopamine. These are also suggested by the neurotheologist. What the neurotheologist suggested, the spirituality is as food to the Aanma. Whenever we are giving the very good food to the Aanma, we get our very good offspring, and they will be a building block of the nation or even the universe also. But we are secular person, they never believe about the prayer and other things. But they get there or they realize their Aanma only by of assisting to the others without any expectation. And the neurotheologist further suggested that whenever, wherever you have to pray for 15 to 13 minutes or 13 to 15 minutes every day, your brain and heart or whole body will become very happy. And as far as subconscious mind concerned, what they suggested that it occurs in the human mind, the place is called basal ganglion or ancestral brain. It is otherwise called the hard drive of the brain also. It never sleeps. It almost actively in 24 hours. For example, for the subconscious activity, our heart is 24 hours it is actively acting. And our breathing, even we are sleeping in the stage, but we breathing properly. That is the best example for our subconscious activity of the brain. Now we are going to see the structure of the pendulum. This is the pendulum which I have in my hand, but I never use this one for prediction or anything. This is because the tip of the pendulum is broken. Since what I think myself, I never get the proper prediction whenever I shall use this one. So I keep it with me only. So this is called, whenever there is a pendulum, this is this part, this end part, one part is called weight. Another one part there is a holding we have to keep for this one. In between this weight and holding there is a chain, it is called a chain. So this chain should be a 13 centimeter, 11 to 13 centimeter. This weight should be a 4 into 2 centimeter, 4 centimeter height, 2 centimeter breadth. This is most important. Whenever there is a chain is very big, the oscillation of this pendulum will not be proper. Hence the prescribed size of the chain must be necessary. One more thing, whenever you go to higher altitude, this pendulum will not swing properly compared to the sea level of the land. In the sea level of the land, it swings properly because of the gravitational force at the sea level. It will be quite normal. But when we reach the altitude, high altitude, the gravitational force is very low. Hence, we will not get a proper swing in the pendulum. So I want to give the one experiment. My pendulum, now good morning pendulum, kutipillai. Now உங்களுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணி எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் யூஸ் காமிக்கலாமா இங்கே? ஓகே, இட் கிவ்ஸ் பெர்மிஷன். இப்போ உங்கள் மனை வந்து உடஞ்சிருச்சு, நான் உங்களை யூஸ் பண்ணி சில ப்ரிடிக்ஷன் கேட்கலாமா? நீங்கள் எனக்கு சரியான பதில் கொடுப்பீங்களா? சி தட் ஹவ் இட் இஸ் ரொட்டேட்டிங், இட் இஸ் நெகட்டிவ்லி. அப்போ நான் உங்களை என் கூட வச்சுக்கலாமா, இல்லை உங்களை தூக்கி கச்சடாவில் போட்டுடலாமா? எஸ், வாட் இட் சேஸ், it don't use me, you thrown it to me in the kachada box or dustbin because this end of the bend is broken. So that's why most of the pendulum dowser, what they are suggesting, if the pendulum, that weight, it is in the quartz, it should be better because it gets the quartz gets the cosmetic rays very fastly and gives the proper prediction. So in the next discussion, we have to discuss with the help of the anthropology and the pendulum dowsing.